Right, is that started? Right, I don't mind admitting I'm having one of those days, almost in meltdown, but not quite. What can go wrong will go wrong. One thing after another, technology. I'd love to get these things on Instagram, but hey, it won't work, will it? Because I've got an email address for work and an email address for private stuff. You can't have both on OneDrive. Oh, it's driving me mad. But anyway, let's see if I can practice what I preach. I've made a coffee and I've decided to continue work on what I started with this. I think it was yesterday I started. I've already got as far as roughing it out in pencil, and I need to go over that in pen, and then I'm going to colour it in with watercolour. So let's see if, once I've done my breathing and centred down, meditation is what some people call it, mindfulness is what others call it. Either way, whatever you call it, just that deep breathing and just being aware of yourself does help. It can help. It often helps. I won't guarantee it. There are no guarantees in life. But let's just see if my mindfulness can help my ragged state of mind where I'm going, and yeah, so I'm going to just spend some time going over that with pen, and I'll record it. If what I happen to say I think is worth sharing with others, I'll leave it. If I don't think it is, then I'll just show you the speeded up version. Okay, well, thank you. So sitting comfortably with your feet flat on the floor, if possible, and your hands resting in your lap. Relax and be aware of your surroundings and yourself. And breathe in to the count of 5 and out to the count of 7, 10 times. In, out. 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 Now you should be feeling quite relaxed and ready for the exercise. Try and concentrate on what you're doing, and if any distractions come, acknowledge them and get back to what you were doing. Is that working? Yes, it is. I just wanted to start by this because I posted this on Instagram just as a determination that I was going to make it work today, and it hasn't worked, and that's part of trying to sort that out that has frustrated me so much. So as I sat and did my breathing, as I've guided you or tried to guide you in, this came to mind. But not the words on it, actually. What did come to mind was, and what I prayed for myself, was, calm me, Lord, as you calmed the storm. Still me, Lord, keep me from harm. Let all the tumult within me cease. Enfold me, Lord, in your peace. So I hope that you feel peaceful and calm. And if you're not, that you soon will do. And that you join me. Now, I've put these things on top of those because, of course, this exercise today, this piece of art, is a Celtic Advent wreath, and it's round, and it's based on the idea of a circle. And I did this one on let's put it the right way up, at a Creative Arts Retreat Movement day. Let me just check that I'm still in screen.
November last year, and I didn't like it. I thought it was a load of rubbish, but nevertheless other people liked it. But then I reworked it and did that. That was what I did on the 2nd of December last year as part of my Advent meditation. And you can see that that is O come, Emmanuel. But this year, I'm going to have this, which I'm basing on that. And at this stage, what I'm going to do is go over my pencil with ink that hopefully won't run, and I really will be stressed out if it runs. So that, I've got a finer one, so that then I can scan it, and then you can have it as a decent PDF. Let's find a good, or JPEG or whatever, extra. I think that's the extra thin one. Let's just check that's not ever so extra thin. I think the fine one's finer, which is a bit, that one doesn't work. Let's go, S is the next one. Let's see what that one's like. Yeah, S is supposed to, that one is supposed to be finer than that one, but it's not. Life can be so frustrating, can't it? But hey ho, let's see where we go with this, and where do I start, and am I going to do it all freehand? Yes, I am, because if I try putting that plate on there and drawing around it, you know what'll happen, it'll go wrong. Well, I don't know though, it might work. I'm going to give it a go. Let's give it a go. And where do I stop? That's where I stop. Ooh, I think this might work. No, I overshot. Get the Tipp-Ex out. Tipp-Ex is a wonderful invention, is it not? Whatever would we typists have done without Tipp-Ex? Back in the days before word processors. Yeah, I overshot, so I'll have to Tipp-Ex that out. I knew it'd go wrong. But saying I knew it'd go wrong is actually part of that negative thinking that many of us fall into. That we think everything's going to go wrong. We overgeneralize, I think, is what it's called. One thing goes wrong and then another, and then before you know it, all you notice are the things that go wrong. And you don't stop to notice the things that go right and the blessings received. And I got some blessings today. Some things have gone right. I've got my car booked in for a service, and they're going to be picking it up on Monday. And hopefully it will pass its MOT. That I managed to get that sorted and phoned him up. And I remembered to mention to him the cigarette lighter thing where you plug in your sat-nav for the electrical charge. Hasn't worked. Meant to mention it last year when it went for its annual MOT, but forgot. And I mentioned that to him, so that will hopefully get sorted. Someone has dropped off for me an angel mask. She said she would when I saw her in the village when we had a cake store. I'm racking my brains to try and remember a name. I think it was Sandra. So I need to remember to thank her, and I will. So that was very nice of her to do that. And that's gone right. What else? You see, it's all part of counting your blessings, things that have gone well, amid all the things where you're totally frustrated. Been here 2 years, still haven't got any curtains up in the dining room. Tried to work on my computer there instead of my study because it's my day off. Dazzled by the sun, couldn't see what I was doing. And I was very annoyed that I still hadn't got my curtain rail up. So that didn't help this morning. But on the plus side, deposited a cheque in the bank yesterday online. And I thought they would be phoning up to say we can't accept this because of the way that the payee was made out. Wasn't exactly perfectly as they would want. You know how fussy banks can be. But got a text message to say it's gone through. So I hope that it has really gone through. So things do go right. And I hope that you've had a coffee and are joining in. and able to do, well, you'll have seen the end result of this, and hopefully you've printed it off, or you're creating your own, and you'll be able to be colouring yours in as you listen to me witter on. There you go, that's that. Where's my coffee gone? So what else has gone right today? The magazines I ordered using the credit card that I now can't find have been delivered. So that is good. Love. I am loved. I know that I am loved. I know that I have friends who love me. I have a husband who loves me. And I have children who love me. And I know that my parents, when they were alive, loved me. So that's good. I have joy. I have a deep joy of knowing I'm loved. I have a deep joy of knowing God's presence in my life. And I have a deep joy knowing that I had a baby, I had a miscarriage, and I named her Joy. And I know one day I will meet her and hold her. Because I live in hope of the resurrection to eternal life. I live in hope of a God who came and was born as a baby, fragile, in a little back town 2,000 years ago. And I put my hope in him. And therefore, I have peace. Even though I was very wound up earlier this morning, I'm now starting to feel more peaceful, as I've recognised that it isn't all bad. There are some things that have gone right, and I'm going to stop listing the things that have not gone right. I could go on. Plenty of things not gone right just lately. But no, let's think of the positive. Do I want to do the middle words? Yeah, let's get those done while I'm at it. And I'm hoping I'll be able to rub out the pencil. I did it just so that I could see if it's going to fit, because it's very frustrating when you try and do something like this and what you've put in doesn't fit. Sometimes I go totally freehand, and sometimes when it's important like this, I just do it in pencil first to see how it's going to work. What a shame we can't do our life in pencil first and see how it works out. But we only get one shot of light at life. I don't believe in reincarnation. This is it. And so I suppose we have to make the most. Let's not make a spelling mistake on world at this point. We have to make the most of what we've got. And as I was chatting to the bloke in the garage to make sure my car was going to be checked up, he was saying, oh, Christmas, it started even before Halloween and the usual thing. And I pointed out, yeah, but someone's got to plan it. But then I stopped myself. And he rightly said that actually what we need to do is just enjoy each day. And that's very wise words. Just enjoy each day as it is. Now, I know that these aren't all totally equal, and it is bugging me a bit. However, I'm being kind to myself. That's something we all need to practice. And I'm leaving it as it is because it would take too long to change it. So I apologise if you feel that your thing is not perfectly drawn. It is as it is. And if you don't like it, you do your own. Well, that was a horrible thing to say. So I apologise for it not being perfect. And it's not going to be as well drawn as the one that I'm copying that was given, because that was probably done by someone who is a proper artist, and I'm not. I'm just a hobby artist doing this in my spare time. Well, actually, these past few weeks of lockdown, I've been doing it in my working time. And just this morning, I was thinking, should I really be spending so much time on this? Because the videos don't get that many views, checking on YouTube. But I still got that sense that it's important for some people, and so I will continue doing it for the sake of the few, those of you that are taking the time to watch this. There aren't many of you, but I do it for you, because you are important. Whoever you are watching this, I'm doing this for you, because I believe that's what God wants me to do. So whoever you are, know that you are loved. I hope that you have hope in God. I hope that you have peace. And I hope that you have joy, that deep joy of life being transformed. Do you know what? This is looking better already just for having the dark lines. So what shall I do next? Celebrity coffee. I hope the person who did this one doesn't mind me copying their design, but I really did not have the energy to come up with my own design. I'm going to try and do these swirls a bit better. I'm not following my lines exactly. I'm going to be very careful and try and do it better. It's not easy to go away from the lines you've put though, but it is possible. And I suppose life's like that. It's not easy to go on a different route and do things differently to the way you've always done them. See, I could have gone down there, but let's put a triangle in there. I might as well do the triangles as I do it. Does that want another triangle? Yeah, let's put one in there. There we go. Oh, that one's a bit wobbly. Let's make these a bit bigger. Hope you can see properly. Oh, that one's a bit wonky. How do you like that? It's coming along nicely, isn't it? I think what I'm going to do now is stop the film and just carry on with the rest because it's all very repetitive. I shall continue doing this and then come back to you when I'm ready to colour. Well, here we are. It's ready for paint and I've decided to do watercolour and just speed up the film so you can watch me.
Well, here we are at the end of the day. I think that first clip that I filmed, the introduction, was about 12 o'clock, and we are about, yeah, it's about 5:30 now. I feel I'm in a much better mood than I was earlier, thanks in a big part to doing this. There it is. Can you see it? The end result. And in addition, I had a lovely walk around the lake, and I've just reflected that my blessings today, in addition to the things I mentioned earlier on as I was doing this, I have 2 friends, Elaine and Jenny, who commented on Facebook that they enjoy watching these. So I hope you're watching this one, because that really helped to raise my mood. Thank you for good friends. Someone dropped off a very early, I've never had a Christmas present and card this early, but a little Christmas present and card dropped off to say thank you for the services and things that we've been doing online. So that was a blessing to be appreciated. And then I went for a walk, and a beautiful sunset tonight as I walked around the lake. And I thought, yeah, this is just beautiful. And I admired the shapes of the trees, the black outline against the beautiful sky. So yeah, there have been frustrations today, but on balance, I am blessed, and I'm glad that I'm here, and I'm glad that I'm able to do these things. And I will continue as long as I can. I will continue into the end of the lockdown. After that, we will see how often I'm able to do these things. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please do share and like if you do enjoy it, because the more people that watch this, the more I will be encouraged to continue, if I'm honest. Although, yes, it is important to do it just for 1 or 2 people, but I have to weigh up the use of my time. And yes, I enjoy it, but there are other things I could be doing. So if you do think it's worth my continuing, yes, like it, and then please share it, and let's share the joy and the positivity of the mindfulness and being able to reflect on turning around a day that was going downhill to go uphill. Thanks.